Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Black Dragon's Guild, which is brought to you by Little Rocket Games. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, and games generally run about 45 minutes. It's been almost a century now. The guild has been led by its undisputed leader, the feared Black Dragon, who stole and managed the most important resource of all, power. But now this charismatic leader has decided it's time to step aside and choose who will be his successor. It will not matter if their methods will be fear and control or nobility and charity. What matters is that the guild continues to grow in fame and prestige. Let the competition for the new guildmaster begin. And for those who fail, there will be no tomorrow. In Black Dragon's Guild, you will take on the role of an aspiring guild master. Carefully select your comrades based on their lineage, role, and abilities to form a group of adventurers. Visit the city places to receive benefits, try to grab the most profitable missions, and complete them with your party to increase your reputation. Choose the path of your alignment. It is not important whether you are good or evil. The important thing is that you believe in it. After 4 seasons of questing, the player with the highest reputation will be titled the new guild master. So this game is all about getting the most reputation, and you're going to be doing that over the course of 4 seasons or 4 rounds, and there's several phases within each of these seasons we'll take a closer look at in a minute. Now we have the main board. This is the world that you're traveling through. Around the edge is where you're tracking that reputation. At the bottom of the board is where quests are going to come out. At the top are different worker placement spots, different areas of the cities and towns that you're going to visit that give you special benefits. And you have these card decks. You have the main quest deck, you'll be shuffling it up obviously, and your adventurers also shuffling it up. You're going to be drawing from these frequently throughout the course of the game, trying to use your adventurers to help you fulfill quests and get the most reputation. Then you have special achievement cards you're trying to fulfill. Now everything is very icon based in this game. You'll see there's icons located at the bottom that will trigger based on the different things you're trying to do or achieve for those cards, and pretty much everything else you're doing in the game. And of course there's coins. You're going to need coin in order to recruit the different adventurers into your quests. So let's take a closer look at your player boards. Now every player is going to have the special ability, again an icon, which we'll get to some of those. We're not going to go over all of them, but you'll have a special ability built in for your character. Now all the different characters are going to have a choice. You can be a defender, attacker, or just a support character. Now the reason you pick one of these is because as you put together your adventuring party, if you have all 3 types, you're going to get special benefits or bonuses in your reputation. So it's crucial to be mindful of what party and adventurers you're going to be putting into play as you're combining them with yourself. And there's a couple tracks on your main player board to be mindful of. You have your alignment track. Are you neutral? Are you good? Or are you evil? So that track will move frequently. You use cubes to track all this, and then you have a bonus track. At the end of the different seasons, you'll get some bonuses and things along this track, marking it with cubes as well. Now at the bottom is where you can take adventurers from a quest and place them in order to have them as allies for future usage in other quests. Otherwise, most of the adventurers just get discarded at the end of the season. So each player has cubes and tokens, action tokens, in their color. You'll be using those action tokens on the main board, and cubes are for your player board. So let's take a look at the different phases. First, we have the start of the season. Now these first couple phases are quick and easy. So start of the season, you're going to be drawing quest cards. Again, this is going to be based on player count, how many of these quest cards come out onto the main board. Phase 2 is all about recruiting adventurers. So you're going to be dealt 5 cards, and it is a draft. So you'll pick a card and hand the deck off to the next player, and this will go around till you have 4 adventurers in hand ready for the rest of the season. And then we have the scouting phase. This is where you're going to be placing your action tokens either on quests or on city spaces to get the different benefits. So the thing to note about quests is that it is a bid. So whoever has the most tokens on a particular quest is going to win that quest. But you only start with 3. You can get more in the way of bonuses through the course of the game, but you only start with 3 action tokens. But there's all those city spaces as well. They're going to give you all kinds of benefits. So let's take a quick look at these different city places. Now first, we have the Guild Castle. This is all about getting first player. When you place your token here, you also get 1 reputation. Then we have the Black Market. This is about getting some coin. You can get 3 coin, but you're going to lose alignment moving towards evil. Then we have the Mage Tower. You can get a scroll token if you pay 2 in way of coin, but that scroll token will give you bonuses if you go for a quest that has that bonus listed on it. So you can get 3 extra reputation. And then we have the bank, which is all about getting some extra coin. And then we have the proving ground. Proving ground, you need to do a little training through the course of the game. So you're gonna pay 2 coin and you're gonna get 2 reputation, but along the way, you're gonna have to sacrifice one of your adventurers, so you'll just discard that card in order to prove yourself here. And then we have the Orcus Dungeon, one of my favorite spots to visit. You have to pay an informant 1 coin to find this location. And then you get 1 reputation and you get to bump up your alignment, which is really cool. Now, also, if you happen to be chaotic evil, you can't visit this dungeon. And then we have the Rival Guild's headquarters. Showing up here, you'll draw 3 quest cards, pick 1 and discard the others. However, this is kind of an evil move, so you move your alignment tracker 1 step closer to that evil side. And then finally, we have the barracks. You're gonna be paying a coin to get one of these tokens. Now, if the token matches any of the quests that you're doing in this particular season, you're gonna get bonuses. You'll get 2 reputation for each of the quests that you do that match that icon in the bonus section, the middle of the card. So that's really the basics of the different city places, and they do give you all kinds of benefits. So at the end of the scouting phase, you'll resolve all the city places and you'll grab the appropriate quest that you won for this particular phase of the game. Then you move to the questing phase. Now you're gonna look at all the quests in your hand and you'll be choosing one and placing it on your player board. Then you have to put together your adventurers in order to solve it. Now in the top right corner of the quest will show how many adventurers it takes. And it's very important to note that for every adventurer you put into play, you're gonna have to pay some coin. You're gonna recruit them after all, so you have to have the coin on hand. You have to pay it immediately when you put them into the quest. You always count yourself as the first, the leader of the group. So then you're putting together the rest of the adventurers for your party. But there's things to keep in mind, like you can create some synergies, obviously. Like I said before, if you have the defender, attacker, and the support character, then you're going to get reputation bonuses. Now there's also an ancestry bonus. If you have the same ancestry of different characters that you put into play, they all match the ancestry in the top right corner of their cards. It will be an icon showing this. You'll get bonuses for that for reputation. And also, if there's an ability at the bottom of these adventurers, you know, they happen to match whatever the quest is, you'll get the reputation bonus that it says there as well. So there's lots of different ways to get these reputation bonuses, and they really play into ramping up the score quickly in the game. And those bonuses you receive will all be indicated in the middle of the quest card. Now there's one other here. You can add additional party members. If you have the little helmet with the plus, you can add more characters. Now why is that important? Why would you want to do that? Because at the end of the season, if you've got leftover quests or adventures in your hand, you're going to start to lose alignment or move towards the evil side. You go down the wrong way perhaps, or maybe you want that. But either way, you want to try to eliminate cards from your hand by the end of the season, which is very important. Now, the other end part of this is that the bottom of the quest card has additional bonuses that you will receive. And some are negative, again, on alignment, but you're going to get coins, you'll get reputation. Lots of different things can happen at the end of these quests. Phase 5 is really the end of the season phase, and as you expect, there's some cleanup here. But in general, first and foremost, you have this bonus track on your player board. And at the end of each of the seasons, you'll see 1, 2, 3. There is no bonus at the end of 4, but you can pick one of these bonuses, and you can even go back to a previous bonus, but you can't move forward until you're in that particular season. So one of the additional neat things here, though, is that you can get an additional action token to be played in this next season. So that's pretty neat. I actually use that quite a bit, but you can get coins, reputation, things like that in these bonuses. And then you have the choice to keep one of the adventurers that you took in a quest. So they can basically become an ally. You can put them at the bottom of your board and use them in future quests down the road. And there's a token to indicate that when you do use them. But if you don't use them, then you'll get bonuses for those areas at the bottom of your board at the end of the season as well. And don't forget, for every card you have left over in your hand, you're gonna get a negative alignment. And maybe that's a good thing for what you're trying to do in the game. So it's not necessarily a negative, I would say, but really at the end here, then it's all about the cleanup and getting ready for the next season. Now, at the end of the 4th season, you're gonna do final scoring, which that'll be based on your alignment and how many coins you have in hand. So those are really the basics of play, but you really hope to have the most reputation so you are the next guild leader. Alright folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen here has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now with that said, this game has some unique things going on for sure. It's got your worker placement stuff, but the questing and you should put together an adventurer team. That's where I found the fun to be, and going after those quests and reputation points. A lot of interesting things, but you do have to gear up, so to say, so visiting the city is key to what you're doing as well, obviously. And I like the artwork, super cute, super fun. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.